Liz. Welcome to Fabric Friday. I'm in clothes making mode. Made a couple of things and I'm moving on to some more things. I thought this would be, just one moment, come on then. I thought this would be a good time to show you setting in a sleeve, because I'm making a top that's in two colourways but they match one another. So it's red body and I'm having flowery sleeves on it, short sleeves. So you'd be able to see the two different fabrics easier than if it was just the same. So I'll go on and show you now what I'm doing. Now I won't show you the pattern that I'm using because basically it's one pattern altered and another pattern added to it. It's just basically to give me the sizes that I need, and obviously your size shape will differ from mine, and so it's pointless showing you the sizes. But when you stitch your sleeve together, whether it be a long sleeve or a short sleeve like this one is going to be, you will put them right sides together, sew that seam, and you will see that the back, well, that one side comes up higher than the other. You haven't done anything wrong. That's how it's supposed to be, because this is to go on the side next to your back. So this is the top. I have my sleeve inside out at the moment. My top is all finished apart from the sleeves, so I'm actually going to turn that inside out. Now I put a bit pin there. I put a neck facing on it. Another big pin. And I will show you how to do that another time when I'm making something else. But I'll put a neck facing on it in this flowery pattern, so it'll actually show on the outside. But we're on about sleeves, so I know which is the front and which is going to be the back. Turn your top inside out, turn your sleeve right side out. Find that bit that's bigger, and that goes next to the back. So top's there, slide your sleeve inside it, put the seam at the bottom, which means that is the wrong sleeve for this one. So let's change it round. Top inside out, sleeve right way out, the larger bit which will be attaching to the back, and on some patterns you've got notches that you match up. I haven't, because there's two different patterns. And then just pull it through. Find the bottom of your sleeve and where that seam is. It's a bit finicky trying to show you as well. There it is. And line that up with the bottom of the armhole that you've sewn, your side seam, and I just clip it in place. Yes, there's me tail end from when I serged the edge. Get rid of that. So now we've got it on. Now because these are two different patterns, the sleeve may or may not fit exactly right, because the sleeve head is a bit bigger than the sleeve hole. But just line it up, and I prefer for these thin slippery fabrics to use these clips. So I start from the first clip where the seams are. I put one up one side, the other side. I'm not pulling either piece, they're just getting put up there. So I'll do it again, and because I keep altering my patterns and adding bits from different patterns, I go and see how much difference there is in the circumference. But I keep going up, placing the clip every now and again. So I've done 2 on one side, I'll do 2 the second one, and this now should give me a good idea on how they're going to meet up. And as you can see, there is a lot of fabric here and the flowery ones to get into that bit, so you can actually gather it all. There's no way you could ease in this amount of fabric, and easing in is basically just slightly pulling the smaller one and laying the larger one on it. But there's far too much fabric here, so it's got to have a little gather in it. Now you can gather it all up, or what I prefer to do actually is just put a few tucks in it and, well, pleats, and I think it gives it such a nice edge. Now we want more of the fullness to go at the back than the front, because that's allowing movement for you. So we take out that second clip and we start these little tucks from basically more or less halfway up the back sleeve. You can choose to do them wherever you want. And do another little tuck an inch or so higher up. And I know this is awkward to see, my hands are in the way. I'm going to have to redo it for the other sleeve, and so I can show you better. But that's now clipped. Still an awful lot of this flowery fabric, so I know to take in down the front a bit. Now this is the seam the shoulders are on, so we want the majority of this extra fabric at the back. And like I said, all I'm doing is every couple of inches, or every inch or so, put a fold in. Still a lot of fabric, so let's redo it. It'd be a lot easier if you gathered it, but me don't do things easy. So now I'm altering it so that the it's about every half an inch. These are close for me, so I don't mind if they're, you know, slightly not exactly perfectly the same on each sleeve, because only you will notice it. There we are, some more. Take those off so I can redo them. Put the tuck in there. And the tuck in there. And we're getting extremely close to being right now. Oh, this is twisting. That's it. That's it. Now, if you wanted to, you could tack this, do a basting stitch, and have a look, see if you like it or not. But just to give you an idea, that's what it looks like now. So let's stitch that down. It is easier if you have a free arm, but I am used to doing it this way, so that's what I do. Oh, I find the underarm and start there. Is that the underarm? No, that is the top. So find the underarm and start there, because your pins will be slightly further apart, so you can fit them in between. And just whatever seam allowance you've been doing on the rest of your top, do the same again, and it's easy. Just you can do it on these flatbeds. That's what I'm used to. Make sure you are not stitching the folds in where they shouldn't be. Right, we are now coming to where I folded. So we'll take the clip out, hold it down with the fingers, make sure smooth at the back of it, and do the same again over the next bit. Smooth at the back, next bit unclipped, smooth at the back, next bit unclipped, smooth at the back, unclip your next bit, smooth at the back, and you just keep doing that. we are now past where all those bolts were. So it's just straight edges. Like I said, it is easier free arm, but it's easier for me to get used to it like this rather than fetching it out of the table. And that's one sleeve done quickly. And there is the outfit, the sleeve that we've just done. Let's see if I can zoom in on it. It's all gathered, tucked in and set in, and I've just turned it up. The whole outfit is a wrap skirt and the top. I'm going to have to sit down. I can't stand for long because of my hip. But thank you. Bye.